Now, my background, give you a little bit of perspective. I started out as a health lawyer many, many years ago. You still at that time could go to I'm a member of the Silver Fox Club. As he described before, what is Silver Fox? It's mentoring and networking for people towards the end of their careers and helping to bring other people along, and for seniors who are already moving into the next phase of life. Though I look very young, thank you. Wait a second, you're supposed to laugh a lot harder than that. I mean, I'm trying really hard, but we work too hard to make it happen. Okay, so anyway, what I did was begin my career at the time that you could go to a doctor and you sat down and you talked to the doctor. And they listened to you and they wrote notes and they examined you, and you then got some diagnosis, maybe a prescription, and you walked out and you got a lollipop. And then shortly after that, we moved into something called DRGs, brilliant idea, where they could figure out how to pay for medical care by the case. So your diagnosis drove what the payment would be for doctors. And that began the commercialization and the commoditization of medicine. I'm not making a comment about whether or not it's good or bad, but let's say I've seen it all. I went from being a health lawyer in hospitals and also working as a lawyer within the City Hall for Health and Hospitals Corporation, Deputy Executive Director of Bellevue Hospital for a number of years, and NYU, Columbia Presbyterian, moved on to there to go into insurance law, health insurance. So that gives you the other side of it. And I left, finally, that aspect about 7 years ago as general counsel and vice president of an insurance company based in New York, and was in charge of the Medicare division. So I kind of know this stuff. But why do I know it so well? Like many people in the room, I've experienced it. But I experienced it at a very young age. And some of you have heard the story. It is not necessarily something I'm going to talk about or go into today. But what I will tell you is that I was an orphan when I was in my 20s. What does that mean? That by the time I was 20 years old, my parents were gone. We had to take care of the next generation, those of us who are left. So I've been doing this as a lawyer, as a caretaker, as an individual, my whole life. So at the end of my career, I wanted to do exactly what I'm doing today.